And for now, it's just me and Michael tonight.
Just.
Just.
Thanks.
And
Hi, everyone.
sad to say, the thing that I had planned due to work situation, I couldn't get it to work properly. So we're going back to Star Ocean.
Not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah, not that that's a bad thing.
Some of us prefer Star Ocean.
However, once again, I am a giant, huge idiot. So,
Because once again, no grinding occurred.
yeah, no grinding. This is what I get
See,
when
even I did grinding for my stream. I literally went offline and then went back online and grinded for like an hour. Or went not online, but went back into the game and grinded for like an hour.
Eh. Okay, so we left off as we were coming over to this town to continue the
The investigation into the globe of sorcery.
into the globe of sorcery, but if I recall, in order to get the wife, I feel we need to go back now. Otherwise, we may be locked out.
I'm pretty sure we do. But the problem is I was pretty sure it was in Hilton, which we've already tested, and it wasn't. So I'm not sure.
Uh,
We need to figure out.
so, shall we
We
go
need to
back to the
figure
other
out.
continent?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Let's try out the other continent first, just to see what happens.
I'm still convinced it was a bar in Hilton. I'm still convinced it was the bar in Hilton. It's got to be Hilton. That you get the first meeting with her. Did we go in as a private or did we go in not as a private?
We
Because
went
I
in.
might have had it backwards.
We did as both.
Okay, well, she's supposed to be there. I know she's supposed to be there.
Looks like we won.
Okay.
Let's try again. Let's try both again just to be safe because I know she's supposed to be there. It's weirding me out that she wasn't because I know that's where she is.
Okay, just checking out liqueur, lacquer, just in case. The liqueur of lacquer, not there. And I haven't even done like grinding to get materials to help get characters various abilities, so I am a huge fucking waste of space at this moment in time.
How dare you? How dare you?
The enemy.
Here's the enemy.
I'm just trying to think of various things that we could talk about. Oh, new anime season. They finally got most of the lineup out now, and Grand Crest has actually started kind of growing on me. So,
Grand Crest?
Record of Grand Crest War.
Ah, is that the new? Based on the similarity of name, I'm gonna say that's a new Lodos type.
It's actually written by the guy who did Record of Lodos.
Okay.
However, the character artist is somebody of much newer composition, so... And this was what initially kind of pissed me off about it, is that, okay, checked Hilton, it's not... Because I don't see her...
Maybe normal action then. Maybe normal action because I'm convinced it's this tavern. I am strongly convinced that it is this tavern.
Yeah. But the one thing that initially pissed me off, and after seeing episode 2, has assuaged my sensibilities, thankfully, was that when introducing one of the characters, I'm trying to remember her name. Oh, it is this one, and it's not a private action.
I knew it was Hilton. I
Haha!
kept trying to make me doubt myself.
But one of the
Yep, there she
female
is, with all her lovely non-expellion dress sensibilities.
and hair dealy bobs,
Yes, and
'Cause
hair dealy bob.
those things are floating. Those things are not on her hair like a hair clip. Those things are floating above her hair.
You know, I mean, from the angle I'm seeing right now, it looks like it is actually like this weird loop where part of it's looped into her hair and then it loops over from above her forehead and back over her head. From
Yeah.
the angle I'm seeing right now, that's what it looks like it does.
Yeah. Admittedly, when you actually look in the character art, both old and new, they are actually she technically has a hairband, and these things are technically popping off of it.
Okay. So again, not floating. It's definitely attached to something physical.
It's attached to something, but it's more of a hairband that is actually, when we finally get her, is actually there's a much better view there.
Which of course it'll be a minute before I see the much better view.
Yeah, she's now standing
Sideways.
sideways.
Yes. Now it looks. It still doesn't really look like a hairband so much as like a sort of tiara almost.
Yeah, I'd want to say it's like they're kind of like how some people have hair clips that have hair ornaments, but they're not actually attached to anything. They're just attached to the hair clip itself.
Well, yeah.
And she just mentioned a man named Ernest.
Oh, hey, Ernest, huh?
And she has 3 eyes, but we can't. Oh, wait, we can technically see that right now, but it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, it's the way that they did the artwork for her portrait is kind of, or not her portrait, but for her avatar is kind of odd because you can make out the third eye, but it looks almost like it's protruding, like it's a piece of the circlet.
Yeah, and here's a face-on to her, and now we can get a good look at it, and she does have a third eye. And, as I said, her tiara / hairband with deedly bobs, this head-on one actually does show what it looks like.
And of course, we have in fact seen a three-eyed man. We saw him in Cross Castle.
Why, yes, I have. Good response, Claude. And typical anime response of, oh, sorry to bother, wait a minute.
Yeah, right? That anime. Oh. But wait.
There's more. Sorry.
Fair. I'm almost certain that Claude, you either have or you haven't. I mean, you did see someone with 3 eyes. That is in fact a true story. It's not like you're making this up or anything, dude. Come on.
And now we can introduce the wife as her actual name, Opera Vectra.
Opera Vectra. Yep. We now know the wife's name, Opera Vectra. And obviously we know the husband's name is Ernest.
Yep. And if I recall correctly, his last name is not Vectra.
No, it's not. There's plenty of worlds where that's not a thing.
Okay, and so should we travel over the seas now?
Yes, now we go back to Cross and we talk to the king.
Yep.
And the king says, oh yeah, she was looking for someone and I told her to go look in the mountain palace.
Mm-hmm. So, fuck the main story, we're getting a good side character.
Yep. Not to mention, if we intend to get her husband, we kind of have to do it now.
Yeah.
Because where her husband ends up eventually turning up is kind of close to where we are plot-wise. So if we screw this up, we lose the husband.
Which means we'd have to settle for...
Which means we'd end up with the naturalist in his place.
Yep.
Or the reporter, depending on which of the two you were planning on taking. This would probably be a good time for us to use Come On Bunny, because these monsters are not going to be worth fighting through.
Oh, wait.
We haven't done that on stream yet.
I don't think we have.
Super specialties and items. Yeah, there you go.
I forgot why this is so bad. Because I just got... No, I just got Celine's, and it's come here, Barney.
Oh yeah, Barney.
Hey, Barney!
Come here, Barney.
Ah, here comes a bunny. Look at this bunny. He's so squishy.
I just noticed the game volume is pretty much inaudible.
Okay. Yeah, because, like, I think I've got it set so low because anything higher, it kind of gets hard to hear anybody chatting.
On the plus side, I'm not hearing the echo on my end that I heard the last stream.
Yep. And if anybody wants to know, I think my favorite version of the bunnies is actually the latest one, because they're just so fuzzy.
They are quite fuzzy.
They are so big and... Yes, you can literally pilot the... I did not you could know you could do this.
Yes, you absolutely can. You absolutely can. But you can't dismount there, obviously.
Okay, and if I recall... so we have to go to the King of Cross.
Which means definitely not private action, which you didn't. Okay.
Thankfully. But... Also, did you hear about what's coming to the Switch?
I heard a couple things, but I don't remember what they were, so by all means, feel free to elucidate.
Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah.
Dark
Dark
Souls.
Souls is going to have a Switch release, which is interesting considering that Nintendo's kind of made a thing of themselves doing less hardcore games, but they're trying to be more all over the place and trying to capture more of the audience, not just the safe audience.
Well, that's the thing, is that the Switch, they actually design... this is something that I actually heard amongst my grapevine, and it's been kind of proven, and not the GDC grapevine, my, like, Japanese grapevine, was that they, after seeing the whole thing behind Splatoon, they wanted the Switch to be not only a casual level game system, but a competitive slash, like, we're talking like esports game system.
Which, I mean, fair. At the same time, I mean, well, yes and no on the fair. Because on the one hand, fair, I mean, obviously you want to be able to be competitive to that level, but at the same time, we right now have, like, the esports groups are really entrenched in their systems to where they don't even want to play one of the other options that's already out there, and the perception of Nintendo systems is still, this is the kiddie system.
Actually, not quite.
Not anymore?
there's one esports that I could think of that they literally it's all the fighting tournament
Oh,
esports.
true.
And
Because they've, of course, Smash tournaments have been a thing forever. That's true.
and the other one is that
Them adapting quickly.
uh, the one game that may be showing up now in the fighting one is Pokken.
Pokken?
Pokemon X Tekken,
Oh, interesting.
because and trust me, a lot of people are kind of sitting there on waiting for the Switch to come out with the new Smash Bros. Hoping,
Yeah.
because the latest Smash Bros. Is they actually have considered they actually do have tournaments, like high level tournaments for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course they do.
So in this
I
case,
actually know a couple people who are in the competitive circuit for Smash.
yeah. So in this case, like Nintendo, they are trying to get a lot more broader audience, because and Nintendo actually approached From Software and Bandai Namco of like, hey, uh, we're sorry about like we'd love to have Dark Souls, and as such, Dark Souls Remastered, which is also, it's not going to be a Switch exclusive, by the way. It's actually going to be coming out for the PS4 as well.
Nice, nice.
However, I'm not so sure about PC.
Oh yeah, speaking of fighting games in the PS4,
Mhm.
we are now T minus 2 weeks away from Dissidia.
E. As well as I think about a week and a half for Monster Hunter World for its release as well.
So we've definitely got some decent AAA titles coming out in the near future.
And trust me, the Monster Hunter World one, not to deflect from Dissidia, is that I know a lot of my friends who were pissed, and they hated the factor that Monster Hunter was on Nintendo handhelds ever since Tri, or in this case 3 Ultimate. And that one I can try and explain a little bit as to why, but it's kind of a sad excuse, really.
So I'm gonna say it's not because handheld, because the first time I ever really saw anyone play Monster Hunter was actually on the PSP.
That's true. And the PSP versions were technically modifications or updates to PS2 versions of the game. No, the reason why is that it's technically Monster Hunter was not that very big stateside. So, it is a Capcom property. They mostly made the Monster Hunter games and the various versions of it based off of Japan's sensibility is, oh, handheld game system doesn't take up a lot of room, and most of the time, if you're going to be playing with friends, you're going to be playing next to each other.
Yeah, it's easier to to bring yours over to your friend's house rather than saving your data on the cloud and joining in split screen second player on their console, or catching each other online.
Admittedly, there is an addendum, which is why I say it's a poor excuse, is that Monster Hunter is an MMO in Japan and the Asiatic countries.
Really?
Yes. Monster Hunter, and
Like
that
MMO, but like I think of MMO where it's large servers, multiple people all playing together at once.
large servers, multiple people, actual guilds. Um, but those ones were on the Xbox 360 and PC. Um, And as such, like, they're still going. It's just the factor that I've always stated that Capcom really should bring those stateside, because I know several people, and we're not talking like two or three. I'm talking like 8 or 10 people that have thought about actually spoofing in order to play the games, even though they don't speak a lick of Japanese.
Yeah, which would obviously be a major problem and has always been a stumbling block for international release of an MMO.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously you have to worry about not only translation but also localization.
Yeah. And this leads into another one of my pet peeves that I'm not going to go into. Phantasy Star Online 2! But, I do like what they're doing with Monster Hunter World, is that they're trying to set it up so that veterans, like myself, will have an enjoyable time and like the new system. Whereas newbies that have been interested but never really got into it, for one reason or another, are able to approach the game and not have to worry about memorizing 700,000 mechanics before actually getting to the get good scrub moment.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing I can say about Monster Hunter that probably puts off a lot of people, is that Monster Hunter is a game of mechanics. It's an equipment-based RPG, so in order to get better at the game, you have to get better at understanding certain mechanics in order to get better gear. Once you get better gear, then you can get access to better monsters, which will introduce more mechanics, and so on and so forth. One of the biggest changes that surprised me, and this is the thing, has been a staple since the very beginning of Monster Hunter, which I'm pretty sure would piss you off to no ends, except for now. When using items, you are at a dead stop. You cannot move until the animation is finished. And for an action RPG, that is life and death.
Yeah, literally.
Monster Hunter World has made all items usable. You are slowed down, but you can still move about when using them, except for one thing.
Potions?
Nope. It actually makes sense. It is the whetstone, which is what you use to sharpen your weapon back up.
Yeah, no, that actually makes sense. If you're sharpening your weapon, you should not be moving while sharpening your weapon.
Yes.
I can get behind that. Is it inconvenient? I'm sure it is, but I can get the fuck behind it. I don't care.
Yeah, and so it's like you can now use potions while moving. You can now reload your bowgun and move a little bit, and it's like, oh my god, this saves me.
Does it still slow you, or does it like at least slow you, or is it like just full regular motion?
It puts you at let's say that like when you have your weapon out, like when you have your weapon sheathed, it's about like your speed is, let's say, a gentle jog.
Okay.
Whereas it puts you at the speed of having your weapon out, which is a brisk walk when using an item.
What if you have your weapon out while you use an item? Or does using an item automatically sheath your weapon?
You have to sheath your the only weapon that allows you to use items, except for ammo, which is a different thing entirely, is the sword and board, or sword and shield. Which, the sword and shield, actually you don't slow down when moving with the sword and shield. Unlike certain weapons like the great sword. Yeah,
I would think Sword and Horde you'd be moving in a more defensive manner, so you would automatically slow down accordingly as a result.
oh, you can guard. That's a separate. Like I said, Monster Hunter is a game of mechanics. So, uh, so she's at the palace, which is it on this continent?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's I don't remember. I think it was like if you're going towards Click.
Holy shit, 10,000 full.
Yeah, I love how he's like, please take this travel money, and this is you don't even need travel money when you can literally walk there in about 5 minutes,
Yeah,
or you can come on Bunny and get there in like 30 seconds,
yeah.
which is probably what I would recommend.
But no, when I mentioned that, like, getting back to describing things, Monster Hunter is a game of mechanics. And that's why like, when I've tried to get people interested in it, they get so pissed off because of the whole.
Hey, Barney! Come here, Barney!
It is the factor that, like, for me, I'm used to the mechanics that, like, certain weapons will, when you bring them out, slow you down.
Yeah.
I forgot the bunny can literally go everywhere.
Except for water. Can't cross water.
Yeah, right now I'm in the desert, and I'm like, I shouldn't be here. Because I'm trying to remember exactly where this palace is, and I'm like,
Well, if your map wasn't spinning, I could probably tell you. But your map spinning disorients.
I see it. I see it. Red dot this way. There we go. Right here?
Yes. Yes, you're in the right place. I was gonna say I can't see it on the screen yet, but you can tell because it looks like you're getting to twilight.
Mhm.
It does the same thing as the sunset continent in 9. Delicious crystal and delicious luna tablets.
Oh! Ooh, this is a good one that clipped on somebody. Not Claude, though.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would.
because you don't really use your skills, so yeah, you don't need it. I would say probably Celine, because you don't usually need heals as that much, to where Reyna's is that bad of an issue.
But, let's see here. Because, like, certain weapons, like Sword and Shield, because we're talking, like, a weapon that would be considered an actual weapon, like something that could be wielded by a real person,
Mm-hmm.
versus, let's say, the Great Sword, which is, like, like, worse than Buster Sword levels of hunk of metal on stick.
Well, which a true greatsword is pretty ridiculous. Oh yeah, I did warn you that this area is kind of vicious, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just asking as I see Reyna's KO'd.
Oh no.
And you're stoned.
Okay, item. Resurrect. I should probably go back out and get a resurrection.
Yeah, you might want to stock up on a few resurrection bottles just to be safe.
Yeah.
Only walking around with 2 doesn't seem terribly safe. Remember, items take a second to recharge.
Yeah, I just saw it. So,
Okay.
let's see here. Oh, I have a resurrection mist. When did I get that?
I remember you getting it, but I don't remember when or why. So
Uh,
but I don't see any cure stone. I thought you had gotten a couple more cure stone.
I thought I did myself. Wait. There it
I
is.
remember.
It's just down the list.
Oh, right, because you ran out and then you had to get more.
And
Yeah, sort of.
Well, that's somewhere around 80 points.
should I head back and get some items first?
Wait, did she just try to dispel your stone? I don't think that's even a thing.
Skills, Rena. Oh, this is specialty, Rena. Spell settings. Dispel. A spell that restores one friend from under whatever effects he is under.
Oh, nice. Okay, so dispel is a thing.
Okay, so
It's basically your catch-all Isuna. Nice.
nice. Oh, hey, we just found Opera. That's fast.
Yeah, finding Opera is faster than the path that you come in here for when you're trying to do Ashton's storyline. But you're not done in here yet by any means.
Oh, yeah. After playing this, oh, hey! And we get to see Opera's weapon.
Yep.
A freaking beam rifle. And I think Claude here is actually going to start mentioning... Huh?
She's like, that must be Claude. But I was like, wasn't Raiden the one who said it's because it's a cave?
I think so, yes. And here's Claude basically going like, by the way, Opera, stop wielding that.
You're not from this world, and I'm not from this world, and we can do something about this.
Yeah.
Stop it together.
I just like that head turn. It's just...
Shh, don't tell them, but...
I know you're not from this planet. What?
And I know that because I'm not either.
Because you fucked up the UP3. Or in this case, UPPT. But then again, it seems like the UP3 is just...
Which her immediate response should be, oh, I violated the UP3? Who's hanging out with two locals?
Hello, Texana! Yes, we know what your reasons are. You lost your husband. No, don't come closer! That's bad! And...
It's private. Don't worry about it, Celine.
And then the fact that Opera is so flirty, it's like... I think Opera was actually worse than Celine.
Yeah, she is much worse.
And she's already married. Oh, boyfriend. I forgot he was an archaeologist. She says boyfriend, but we know for a fact that she's married to him. It's dangerous to go alone. Take me.
Take all three of us.
I had to go and make a Zelda reference.
Mm-hmm. I'm not judging you for that Zelda reference. It's a good reference.
It's a good reference.
It's dated, yes, but it's still a good reference.
And the thing is that they've put it in every game. Every game. Including the handheld ones like Link's Awakening, or Oracle of Seasons, or Oracle of Ages.
Are you judging them for it?
No, I'm saying that's consistency. Because,
It's always dangerous to go alone.
as well as the, shh, it's a secret to everybody. QP3? Shh, that's a secret.
Yay, treasure!
Yay, just, I want my riflewoman.
Yep.
And then we find out Opera is technically the hero of light because she wields the sword of light. Because, come on, hers is bigger.
Size queen. I mean, what?
And now we just get to go down these stairs, beat somebody up, and...
And now that she's in your party, you can also affect her skills.
Yes, also, I just want to show off Opera so people can get a better look at her. That's...
Yes. The interstellar jubblies.
No, actually, I just wanted to show off the fact that it's like, that's where her third eye... That's weird! She's missing her hairband in this.
She is.
I didn't want... Also, let's check your talents. God damn it.
No originality. Awesome.
And she has dexterity.
And she has pitch, so that's good. She has no sense of taste, but that's one that's usually easily dealt with.
Yeah. Okay. So probably the first thing
Really,
we
she
need
didn't
to
show
do...
any SP at all?
is...
Weird. I could have sworn that... Oh, because she starts with skills.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Damn it.
She has customize...
Well, yeah, because obviously. Because her weapons are created through customized or through machinery.
Yeah, which means that I need to start pumping stuff up in mech knowledge and mech operation for her.
Well, first and foremost, you're going to need to get her effort. Is it effort? I think it's effort.
It's
Whichever one
perseverance.
it is. Okay, perseverance. And then effort.
Also, let's check out Opera's weapons. Opera does... Technically, we're not making her gun. We're actually making her cartridge, or...
Yeah.
So...
An energy pack.
and her weapon is called the Kaleidoscope ray gun.
Which, just to prove that Microsoft likes to rip off everyone else, her third or fourth weapon in row is called the Xbox.
So, we continue down this way and start beating shit up.
Oh, here's the enemy. Beware.
Yeah, now that there's four of you, it's going to be even easier to beat shit up.
Yep. And,
Although notice that her default attack is actually a melee attack.
yeah, she just smacks people with it. Oh, hey!
Her specials are all based around using her gun like a gun and energy.
And there we go.
That is where, I think that's where you go for...
Ashton's.
For Ashton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where you get the goblet for Ashton's storyline.
Yeah.
I think there's still something through there that makes it worthwhile to continue.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to go to the bottom of this one. I mean, Dexana could probably pop in and tell us which exactly, but
Turn you into a beehive.
I feel like we need to get Opera up.
Launcher.
Oh yeah, by all means.
Launcher.
Been expecting to reach.
I'm so happy.
Neutral learned. What?
Neutral is basically what a Final Fantasy Dispel would be.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. What was I working on with Selene?
I got no clue.
I forgot. I really shouldn't, but I forgot. I'm bad.
Opera's getting a little MP hungry. She's
Ah.
getting a little spin.
Let's see here. Options. No, that's not it. Is it specialty that I go to?
Combat.
Combat? Oh, there it is. I feel stupid now. Strategy.
That's what you should. I mean, what?
Conserve killer moves, I believe.
Yeah. Conserve killer moves makes it where she will only burn MP when it's vital, and will only do it to the degree that's necessary. She'll try to go easy on it. In other words.
Let's see.
Now,
here.
as you level up her stamina, her MP recovery goes up, and so that helps too.
Let's see here. Yay! One more level of Come On Bunny.
Yay!
Okay. Let's see.
And of course, each character has to have customized at a good level. Because
Yeah.
each character customizes their own weapon exclusively.
Yes.
You can have other characters try to, but they will fail. Actually, I'm not even sure if you can have other characters try to now that I think about it. But they will, if you can, they will fail guaranteed.
Looks like we won.
Ah, Starlight. It's not much damage anymore, but it's very helpful as a stun.
Yeah, and I probably need to give Opera a berry. Not the blackberries. It's the blueberry.
No, a blueberry.
Where's the bluebies? There you go. Have some bluebies.
Newbies. I mean, what? You know you can sort your items, right?
I should. Also, hey!
Probably should. Oh, hey. Maybe this was her path and the other one was his.
Yeah. Yes, Opera. Just start casually mentioning futuristic weapons in front of the natives. That goes great.
It's super UP-free friendly.
Oh, plasma launcher. That sounds... so friendly.
Firefly.
That's gonna cause some problems.
So, if Ernst is wearing a brown coat, then headcanon accepted.
Actually, I think he does wear an actual brown coat.
And how dare you take the sky from him?
Oh my god, we're just gonna be references.
Yeah, it is.
So bad. So bad, Becky.
There's nothing wrong with references. How dare you? How dare you, sir?
Oh, not only is he packing quite a piece of heat, it's fucking illegal.
Awesome.
What are you talking about? Nothing, Rena. You really shouldn't be listening. We're poking dead bodies. Oh, apparently not dead bodies. And is it 1 or 2?
It's gonna be
It's 2.
Stay focused.
I'm gonna leap and stab him in the face.
Yay! Leaping step to the face. Oh, these things. Later in the game, these become some of my favorite enemies to fight. But at this point in the game, these are freaking scary.
Yeah.
And that's why. That right there, what just happened to Opera is why.
Yeah.
Especially when there's multiple of them, because they catch you between them, and then they just sit there and breath attack back and forth around you, and it is not a good day. It is not a good day.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to use the resurrection bottle on Celine.
You're on.
No, not there, not there, not there. Oh, you're gonna die. Oh, maybe not.
And, okay, and,
And Rena's down. Now you need to use the resurrection mist on Rena.
I was gonna use that on Rena because of what was happening. And we don't have a revive yet. That sucks. God. I'm gonna leap up and fuck this guy because he keeps smacking me away.
These are nasty. These are super nasty. See, and that's why later. Oh, you're in a bad place. You're in a very bad place.
Okay, and I feel like I should probably give Rena a bluebie. Oh, no, a black Burby.
Blabby.
Okay, one's down.
Good. We're getting somewhere.
Another blackberry to Rena.
Starlight. You're alive. Starlight.
And I got him. And I'm pissed.
Good job.
Burst
This is a
knuckle.
hard fight. This is in fact a hard fight. Oh, burst knuckle.
And now I'm down Opera because she's fucking down and I don't have the equipment.
You
Do
don't
we
have
ha-
any items to restore it.
And does Reyna actually have a... No, she does not. At least not
She
yet.
gets a res, but I don't think yet. I think it's like around level 40, I want to say.
Okay.
Wait, did you have any smelling salts?
Let me... Okay. Items. Where is... Yes, I do. I have one smell. Feel bad now. I could have used that.
You could have, in fact.
Okay, and I have a sweet syrup, so I'm going to use that on Opera. Couple blackberries on. And we have reflect rings, so we can do. Let's see. Or. I'm gonna put the golden earring on Opera because that's dodging.
Yeah, probably not a horrible idea.
And the silver pendant. Because she had a reverse doll, but. So I want to see. Okay, photon prism and flame launcher. Whoops. I wanted to go see Claude. 10 HP's restored. Okay, burst knuckle. Attack supply. Shoot,
Well,
no.
and remember, you do want to keep and level up energy sword,
Yeah,
because you will reach a point in the game where you will absolutely need that, and the stronger you level it, the better it's going to be because it does percentile max. So like right now, it only does like 30% max, but at max level, I think it does like 60 or 70% max HP per
Yeah.
use. It's very nice, very nice.
Oh god, Opera's dead again.
Oh jeez.
Skanda compress?
Yeah, remember when we first came in here and you said it'd probably be a good idea to go back and get some healing some res items,
Yeah.
and then you didn't. Yeah, I remember that too.
Boop. Unknown mineral. And I got a rod, which...
Which would be good for you know who.
Oh! Wait, why is Celine's thing off? She should be on.
Because you equip something manually to her.
Menu.
Every time you equip something manually to someone, even if it's an accessory, it turns off Equipment Wizard.
Okay.
Which in this case was when you equipped her with Luna Tablet.
So every time I attach accessories, I'm fucking myself over.
Anytime you manually change someone's equipment, it turns off Equipment Wizard. Reason being is things like when you were in the swamp and you had to use the special boost. If you had Equipment Wizard on, it would have automatically put you back to good greaves.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. Or like say that you were using a flame element sword and you were fighting a bunch of fiery enemies. Obviously, if that's your best sword, Equipment Wizard's going to try and give you that sword. But if it's not the best sword for the situation, Equipment Wizard doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Fun stuff like that.
Oh, we got to the end of this, and nada.
Oh hey, I remember that room. I haven't seen that room in a while.
I like how there's a skeleton in a glass case, and the skeleton is larger than everybody.
The skeleton is in the glass case of emotion. Well, obviously it was built for no. It completely appeared out of by pure accident.
It was made by the Earth itself. Over
Yeah,
millions.
It just spontaneously came into being.
Actually, it was made over millions and millions of years. Damascus. Nice. Fairies Cologne.
Damascus. That's pretty odd. That's pretty early for that, but yeah.
For
Thank you for
Spain!
using the word, for sure.
Now I gotta get myself out of here.
Yep. You have to get the remaining 3 living party members out.
And there's no exit
Party
spell.
members.
Yo!
Oh, hey, it's a Z.
Hi, sorry, I was driving from school.
Yeah, we heard.
Behind?
Sorry. I'm sorry. That
No.
just
Your life.
happened.
Your life.
So, what I miss?
Well, we got our new party member. And she's dead. I feel
He
horrible.
killed her.
What did you do? You and your shenanigans.
Hashtag time's up.
Oops a doops.
Whoopsie doopsie.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm gonna save in a different slot.
I don't know why. You're not gonna actually play before next session.
Yeah, we all know this. But just for happenstance. But the one thing I also going into opera, even though she's dead, is that her, like, even though we don't see it in her character design, at least in this one, they do actually show off her hairband with the deedly bobs. It's actually supposed to be it turns into a visor for aiming.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I mean, if you're gonna use a photon rifle, it makes sense to have a visor for aiming.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
yes, for those just tuning in, yes, we are playing a fantasy RPG where one of our characters has a laser rifle. Welcome to Star Ocean.
Alright, time to summon the bunny.
Come on, the bunny!
Except they're saying, come on, Barney. Come here, Barney.
Bunny, bunny, bunny.
And now I get to head towards town and literally go, hey, just hop over the castle.
Now, if I remember right, before we resume the story, we want to go back to the starting town.
I'm gonna rest up first, if you don't mind. And
I
buy
do-
some
I
resurrection
completely
bottles.
I completely mind. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
I should also, when buying those bottles, turn on Identify All.
Yes. And set it to discount.
Set it to increase price. I want to pay more money. No, 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 no.
Well, I mean, that's your prerogative. By all means, have fun with that. But
Okay.
seems like a waste to me.
Oh, that's right. I can now buy really good. I can buy skills now. Proper skills. No, I don't want that.
You already bought all the proper skills. What are you talking about?
No, I'm missing one skill. One skill. It's on the other continent.
How dare you?
Skills!
Okay, resurrection bottle. Oh wait, nope. Almost did the stupid shit. Almost. Give discount. Buy. Okay. 5 bottles. And 2 spectacles. And maybe a few more blueberries. And a few more blackberries.
Oh, and definitely some more Cure Stoner.
No, we have Dispel, remember?
And it just be safe.
Okay. Let me get it. Let me do this again then.
It's always a good idea to have an emergency supply just in case.
Just in case.
Because, I mean, you know, fair. I mean, we have a spell that allows you to dispel, but what happens if she's stoned? Or
Well,
if she's
first of all, we
failed?
have to wait for the stone to wear off, which probably involves munchies.
Who's getting high?
Our healer.
Yeah. And
Feeling something?
time to get the bunny again. So,
Bunny.
bunny, bunny, bunny,
We can
bunny.
help people not be stoned, but only as long as she herself is not stoned.
So back at the main village,
Yeah, what was it, Arlia?
Arlia and
And then you want to go into the forest.
so to the south.
It might have to be private action, I'm not sure, but we're already in here anyway, so let's try without private action.
Yep. Shingo Forest. And I just got attacked in the middle of the forest.
Yeah, I mean, that happens. That was your very first combat on this world, so...
Eh.
So you don't have a sword of lead anymore. Then again, you really don't need one against these guys.
Nothing.
Maybe it does have to be private action then.
Okay, heading out. Can you not fight me, you losers? Did you just parry me?
Looks like we won.
You're having a sudden feeling of, I wish this was Earthbound. So all the enemies would just flee in terror of me.
Kind of. I kind of like that about Earthbound, was the whole, like, oh, hey, when you're strong enough, you literally just beat up the monsters.
Yeah, you scare them off, and if they can't get away from you, then you just pwn them. You just instantly pwn them. Something strange is going on with my PSN.
And Claude says, fuck it to the forest alone.
Oh. That's awkward. Maybe it was... No, it was definitely before. What the hell? I remember this. I know I remember this. What the actual hell?
I think we have to find him we have to do a... I want to say
different... something, maybe?
I want to say we have to do something in Cross first.
Maybe. If you'll excuse me, I'll be back momentarily.
Okay. So, Mackenzie, how's life?
I'm tired.
Yeah, I was kind of sitting there like, why are you driving right after school?
What do you mean?
It's just the fact that it's like, it's your first week back and you're already back here?
Oh, well, we're going to Winslow for my grandmother's birthday.
Oh, important.
Sorry about my silence. I've returned.
How dare you?
Yes, how dare I indeed.
Yep.
Fuck it. I'll take it, Celine. And we got Brozoned by Celine. Unknown jewelry acquired.
Someone else. She's got her eyes set on someone else, although technically you haven't started that storyline yet.
Yep. Also, I just found out where Opera is, and she literally just Hey, I like this balcony. I'll just stand outside this balcony. And it's the mayor's house.
Do it.
And then she'll sing "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina."
Okay, and
Sorry, wrong movie.
yeah, she mentions she made an emergency landing in the woods south of here. So, that's a bit strange.
See, I knew there was a reason to come here.
Yeah,
I
and
knew there was. So I guess you just had to talk to her first.
I tried going to the store, to the forest, and nada.
Maybe you have to regroup and then go down.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is a complete UP3 violation. Because now you're walking them right up to your... Now you're walking them right up to someone, to a spaceship.
But I swear there's, like, an event that we have to trigger and cross, because there was an... I swear that, but given my track record with swearing and...
The only thing we had to trigger and cross we already triggered for her, which was the very first thing of seeing the Tetragene, Ernest walking down through town.
Yeah, but I feel that we have to go back to cross, because there was something we had to do. It wasn't with the king, but it was like, oh, we had to talk to somebody. Oh, wait, didn't trigger it because I didn't get far enough. This is stupid.
Ha ha. Ha ha.
Also, hello, graphical glitch. That's nice and all.
Graphical glitches are always...
That's nice, Opera. Thanks for bringing them here. This is so stupid. Oh my god, was Ernest just flying around with an... Oh wait, no, that's her spaceship.
Yeah.
Opera, are you the type of person to basically drive a car and say, I know how much gas is left in it when the needle's on empty?
Maybe she is. Are you judging her for that?
I am judging, because literally, some cars do not have, like, an emergency tank. Not so much, Opera. We kind of got teleported here by some random, admittedly luxurious looking pod from halfway across the galaxy, but I don't know.
Actually, as long as it takes the comments to catch up to you, it might be closer to like 3/4 of the way across the galaxy.
And
No, it's really a star map of all the different worlds.
yeah, we really need a star map of like the galaxy or universe of Star Ocean.
I think 4 would be the best starting point for that star map.
Yeah.
Because
And
with 4, you have a lot of worlds, and you actually have a star map in game.
also, Reyna goes like, "What are you guys talking about?" Instead of going like, "What the hell is that thing behind you guys?"
It's a machine.
And
we know machines exist now.
Okay.
That veil's already been pulled back. It's a machine.
okay, so we had that, but Ernest has not shown up. Huh.
No. He doesn't show up yet.
Oh,
But this is one of the precursor pieces.
one of the things we need to
So-
do for Ernest.
Yes. So now, when you're comfortable to do so, we can go ahead and continue with the storyline.
Let's continue on with the storyline.
Because now he'll show up where he needs to show up.
And Celine has got another level. Opera's still in the butts.
I don't know what is going on with PSN right now, but I'm convinced it's PSN. For some reason, PSN Twitch is just being really jerky. If it keeps
Functionality.
acting up, I'm gonna restart my PlayStation.
Okay.
I mean, I have my laptop up, so I've got a view there too. It's just a much smaller screen than my TV. Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with biofuel. I say that, and then I promptly get the spinning of death.
Okay, there we go.
Right. You have given me no choice. You've left me no choice, PlayStation. You're going to do a full restart. And I will just watch on my laptop instead.
Learn super ability, blacksmith! Fine.
Woo!
I just had to get Claude functionality. So...
Blacksmith is super good. Although, once again, Blacksmith works better when you have orchestra active. So.
yeah.
No, I think this is the first time I've done a full restart of my PlayStation in a while. I just always put it into standby.
Hmm. Well, that's gonna have to wait. So, Rena does not get any updates, and Opera has nothing since she feels so bad.
You get nothing. You lose.
Good
day.
day, sir.
Willy Wonka!
So, time to rest up all my characters. Everybody sleep at Rena's house. Crash at Rena's house. Claude gets stuck outside on the riverbank. Why? Because you're a guy, Claude.
Yep. They're having a slumber party in Rena's bedroom.
Lol.
Claude gets stuck in the little tiny boat that Rena's
No,
house has.
You go sleep. You go sleep at the mayor's house. Remember?
Oh, right, yes. Which is literally, it's like you're not allowed to sneak over there, Claude.
Yeah.
Why? Because
This
you're.
village has some very old-fashioned opinions about boys and girls.
Yes.
Which, I mean, fair, considering their relative ages. Fair.
Hey, Barney. Hey, Barney.
Hey, Barney.
Here, Barney.
Come on, Bunny.
Barney.
Come here, Barney.
Come on.
Barney.
God.
here, buddy.
Come here, Barney.
Seriously? This is like pickpocketing all over again.
Come here, Barney.
Just gotta be patient.
Barney.
The higher your level, the less time it takes. But it will always succeed if it's at least active and available. It will always succeed.
Yeah.
There we go.
Did we ever go in that?
I mean, eventually succeed, but yeah. Did we ever go where?
In this cave right here.
You mean Cross Cave?
Yeah. Oh wait, we did.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
You kind of have to have Celine actually officially part of your party.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get across the ocean
Not to
again.
mention the fact that you have the cross writings.
I just noticed that my money went back up to where it was after making those purchases.
Eh. I mean, you didn't spend all that much.
I think I spent about half, really. Maybe a little under
No, I don't
half.
think it's that much.
Port Hiltane! Well, in this case, I'm not going to summon Bunby because fuck that. We need to get Opera up. Oh,
In my way. I have no choice. Flame launcher. Flame launcher. Flame launcher.
shoot.
Fireball.
Although I feel like I should probably upgrade armor on everybody since I now have supposedly monies.
Yeah.
Should I do it? Should I do it in Liqueur or should I go to
Excuse me.
Plot Town?
I believe you may want to do it in plot.
Okay, Plot Town it is.
I will win. Be careful.
Oh hey,
I mean, that or at the battlefront, maybe.
eh.
Oh, hey, look, the dominatrix and the puppies.
Flame launcher.
Remember, she's the shyness lady, not a dominatrix. She helps with people getting.
Yes, she looks extremely shy in her dominatrix garb.
She's not extremely shy. She helps with people who are shy. Remember.
She helps people blossom.
Yes.
I have no choice. I will turn you into a beehive.
I'm gonna kill that stupid archer. I hate them.
Flame launcher. Flame launcher.
Yeah, the archers are definitely the worst.
And Mackenzie is
At least
oddly
it's
silent.
I just don't know stuff to say.
Let's see. In. Well, we were talking about Monster Hunter earlier. So,
Oh no, is Monster Hunter a game that you play, Mackenzie?
probably not.
Wait, what skill are you missing anyways? Because I don't remember
I
you
th-
being missing a skill.
I think I'm missing some of the combat stuff.
Ah, the co-op. Ah, material kits. Reference book.
Oh wait,
Reference
you know
book
what I
you
should be
will,
doing?
Possibly want? Eureka. Oh yeah, you should probably get a discount.
Yes. Okay. And if I remember correctly, material kits are used for customization, right?
No, machinery.
Machinery? Okay.
Customization is weapon plus mineral.
Let's see. Probably need to get some smith hammers.
You're gonna want you're gonna want smith hammers. You're gonna want the basic camera as well as some film.
So, magical camera and 10 pieces of film, would you say?
Yeah, that should be fine for now. I mean, right now you don't have anything that's super critical to reproduce, but it's more of a matter of getting in position for it. Vellum is used for reverse side, which
Mhm.
right now you don't have any use for, but always a good idea to have a few pieces for once you are ready to start playing around with it.
Yeah.
But reverse side is definitely one where you want to save immediately before use, and
Yeah.
if it fails, reset, and if it doesn't fail, save immediately again.
Mm-hmm. And if I recall correctly, fountain pen is used for reverse side.
No,
No?
you do not recall correctly. Fountain pen is used for authoring.
Author. Okay. So, do not get fountain
That one
pen?
is the only thing. No, you still want fountain pen.
Yeah.
It's also used. I think it's also used in publication.
And get feather pen. Get it.
Yes. Yes. And then clay is used. Clay is one of the two options used for art alongside canvas.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I want... should I grab the reference book?
I don't remember if it's an upgrade for him or not. I would say go ahead and grab it just to be safe. Just one, though.
Just one. Okay, and should I get any material kits?
I would say grab a few, yeah.
Let's
'Cause
do about...
You're definitely going to want to try and play around with her. But you're not going to want to do that initially. You're going to want to work on unlocking her first.
Okay.
Because without her originality, she's going to fail. And those are expensive to fail on, whereas iron is a lot cheaper to fail on.
Yeah. And I'm going to stop for now, just so I don't use all my money. Okay.
But that's half the fun.
Yeah, but remember, I'm trying to also up some people's equipment. Let's see.
Meh. Equipment shimwemwepwip. Wow, shimwemwepwip.
Shimwap wap wap.
Yeah. And then remember, do not go into Priestess's house. You do not want to trigger anything in there. Not until you've got the pharmacist unlocked.
Okay. So should I go to the pharmacist first?
Yes. Yes.
Pharmacy.
Now is definitely the time to go talk to him.
Pharmacy, Jean Medical Home. Doesn't look like he's out. When will your husband be in, ma'am?
Oh, I know what it is. No, now is the time to go into the professor's house. Because now he's back. He's just too busy to see you.
Okay. Now we go see then we go see the doc.
Yeah. You can also, of course, hit the library, which you were almost about to do. And I think there's a couple items in there.
Let's hit the library first.
Doesn't matter. You're already back to the professor's house.
Too late!
Ah! Curse you, delay!
Checking out lecture halls. Fuck these people.
Oh, that's right. It's not a library. It's a library and academy. But yeah, I remember there being a couple treasure chests in here as you nose around.
Why can't I go further in? Why does tiny sign stop me?
Because it's not just a tiny sign. It's a tiny sign with a velvet rope. But the rope is too thin to be visible. It is invisible. I swear, I remember there being treasures.
I may not be looking in the right places, so...
I know there are. I know they're here.
At least not on this side.
Ah, perhaps.
Because didn't really explore the library. What?
It's weird. I remember there being items. Why am I not seeing you find any items?
No
Oh,
items!
this is driving me insane. It's possible I misremembered?
Hmm. Well, let's go see the professor and have him basically say, fuck off.
Well, he won't even say it. His assistant will say "fuck off."
Let's go punch his assistant in the fucking face. He won't survive it. Like, they'll just find his
We're so
body.
powerful. Even our just one punch will kill them.
There won't be a head left to
Okay.
identify who the body belongs to.
What can I do for you, people?
I suppose you want to talk to the professor. You can't. You need an appointment. How do we get an appointment? You can't. Why? Because you need an appointment. To get an appointment?
I need an appointment to get an appointment?
Yes, and you'll need an appointment to get that appointment to get that appointment. So what you're saying is you're being an ass.
Very busy man. He is an incredibly busy man.
But, so you're basically saying you're being an ass.
The professor is very important. He's bigly important.
You must have an appointment, otherwise he won't see you. Who the fuck goes to see a linguist?
He gets all the appointments, all the best appointments. Just ask anybody.
And how do we get an appointment? Now you'll have to wait a month to see the professor. That doesn't make a bit of sense. Seriously.
Oh, that's his next appointment. His next appointment's a month out.
You have to leave now.
Makes perfect sense.
But you're not the professor. You can't force me to leave. I will punch you in the face, loser. No shoving me. Garbage man.
Oh, he shoved you out.
Hey, Opera, can I borrow your rifle for 5 seconds?
What about your OP3? What about your UP3?
This we can try and just smooth over by saying we had an accident happen while cleaning.
Cleaning with plasma energy.
Yes, we were making sure that the plasma chambers were empty. And, that somebody was standing in the way. Oh, this reminds me, I started, reading, Doc Smith's, Triplanetary, which is part of the Lensman series. And, I thought I could handle it, but Jesus Christ.
Oh my freaking god, my dog keeps like opening the door, and then when I go to close it, she runs out, and then 2 seconds later, she opens it again.
Paisley, what are you doing, Paisley?
She's not trying to establish that she wants to out. She just wants to be able to go in and out of her free will.
Hey, I want the door closed.
Well, she
She's
doesn't.
so silly.
And she wants you to respect her wishes.
I'm the bigger animal. Come here, Basil. Come here. Up. I know you can jump. You teleport onto my, like, meters high bed.
All right,
Secretly
now
at night.
a store that he goes in regularly, so perhaps his pharmacist.
Oh.
Yes, he probably has ulcers from all these appointments he has to keep. Or from
True.
that banal assistant who is fucking huge ass.
Banal.
Banal.
Yeah, agreed.
Michael, settle this.
Hello?
Still here.
Cut out. So, Michael, settle this. Banal or banal?
I've always said it is banal, but I could be wrong.
Let me look this up.
To the Wikipedia!
Hey, and see, stomach problems. It was ulcers. I told you.
Seriously, that assistant is probably causing them because it's like, can I just have a sandwich? No, you need an appointment to
Then
have
now-
a sandwich. What?
Ow.
Or banal.
None of that. I
Banal.
We're not the ones that have ulcers. I like how we have to move away from the counter before we, expunge all the party members.
Oh yeah, there's not enough room right there.
Mm-hmm. You mean Keith? Yeah, he comes here all the time, asking to have sandwiches, and
Apparently it's banal.
it is banal?
I told you! Why didn't you listen to me? I looked
pulled
it
up-
up.
I pulled up Google
Speech?
Google Dictionary and played the speech bubble, and yeah, banal.
Dear Lord, why did you have to look it up and not trust me?
It's not that I don't trust you.
And now
It's
he's
that
complaining about being on the bed. When you
I was
lay
basing
something
mine off.
down.
I was basing my pronunciation off of the base word, which it is Bane.
Yeah.
So
Banal or banal or whatever the second.
In one direction, the base word
Yeah, you
is
said one
Bane,
direction.
and in the other direction, the base word is a reference to yeah. Oh, whatever. We say worse words on here. The other word is anal.
Lord.
hey!
You throw a B in front of anal and it becomes banal.
Yep.
But no! Do you think Alright, well, hold on. Y-E-S, how do you pronounce that?
Y-E-S? You pronounce that yes.
Yours.
Add an E to the beginning of that.
Eyes.
You pronounce it yes.
David, you...
I see with my ES.
He sees with the ears.
Just 'cause you answer one... Just because you put one letter does not mean the whole word cannot change.
Oh, well, you don't even have to add a letter. You don't even have to add a letter, though.
Oh God, you're mentioning those
what about
words.
Read and red. What about read and red?
Or lead and lead.
Or lead and lead?
I like how we're getting into grammar arguments on stream. This is fun.
This is what we do, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we do. This is why we have no viewers ever. Whee!
Wee!
Cross
Yeah.
Cave. Now that's a different
I
story.
do have a class we're doing some social media stuff for, so I should plug our channel.
Is it a horse of a different color?
Oh, we do have the ancient writings as proof. The sacred texts.
I love how everyone's like, but Cross Cave is so dangerous. How could you possibly have survived there?
We punch things in the
bro,
face.
Have you walked 12 inches outside of town? You have things 30 times more dangerous right on your front door than there are in Cross Cave. And then you want to test us? Well, wait, I should wait for that.
Actually, this is something I stumbled upon, and it's a theory as to explaining, like...
A game theory?
No, this is not a game theory, because it's not actually something MatPat brought up.
But
But-
it's a theory about a game.
No, this is a theory about game design, or at least explaining certain, quotations, game mechanics. And, it's basically, you know how in most RPGs, when the hero sets out from the starting village, everything around it seems to be really weak, but then the farther he goes away from his starting village, the stronger things are?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the hero grew up around those monsters, so he knows their weaknesses.
Oh.
That's good.
he instinctively is familiar with them, and possibly they are instinctively, to a degree, afraid of him, to where they're not capable of producing their full magnitude of power because
Natural immunity.
interesting.
Sorry, just an idea.
Yeah,
Interesting. No, I like where this is going. This is very interesting.
because
I wonder we should actually submit this to MatPat as a game theory. I could see this
But
going.
that's
around.
just a theory. A game,
game theory.
Thanks for
Thanks
watching.
for watching.
and that's
Ba-da-ba.
and that's why it's
And
kind of
sorry,
like
we don't have a super amazing end card tournament.
Or the MatPat's final thoughts.
Oh my god. She went old school. She went
Old
retro.
school shit, yeah.
She went boob thumbnails.
I was just gonna mention that.
She
Wait.
went back to when he always included the boob picture just randomly just to get a good thumbnail for it.
Boob, boob,
Jesus
boob, boob,
Christ.
boob. Do you remember that
Oh.
song?
And
Where
that-
he
I blocked out
works
so
for
much
boobs.
back then. I blocked out so much back then.
The live stream where he reacted to all his old stuff.
Oh yeah, his cringe compilation of his
Love
own
it.
videos. Or when he admitted on live stream that he would turn off safe search sometimes,
Yeah, that was that live stream.
and then he got the hashtag perfpaths. No, I think that was actually in a different live stream because I think he was talking about. No, wait, no, it was because it was after the picture of the woman with her poodle.
I remember that. That's a good. I was just remembering that one earlier.
Yeah, and then he admitted that on live stream, and then it was like, and it would sneak out of bed and go pull it up with safe search turned off, and then the entire chat's like, hashtag perfpath. Stephanie was just so offended. She was like, Pearl's fully
She didn't
flexed.
seem too offended though. I think it seemed like she was
for about
joke
20
offended.
seconds. But yeah, it was joke offended.
also
Oh, my stars!
we need to go to the herbalist cave and get an herb.
Yay. It has to be something super fancy that no one's ever heard of before.
Hey, we got this phoenix. Nah. Hey, we got this herb.
I've heard of phoenixes.
Why is the herb growing right at the beginning of the cave?
This must be the herb Bowman chose to find. And it is rosehip.
And it's
Gotta get-
lavender.
Lavender! I was close. Oh no, we've definitely seen lavender.
I think we have a few sprigs of it.
Well, and now we've got another one. Because all the ones that you picked that aren't what he wants, you get to keep. Oh, and these monsters are actually significantly harder than everything else we've fought so far.
I'm gonna double check to see if Opera is back on expend everything. She used a...
no, keep in mind that it's based on enemies, and she is running into do melee hits as well, so it's definitely not expend all.
And Opera has a cackle for a victory sound.
Yeah, she has some very interesting voice clips. One of hers is it's one of her killer moves where she literally yells "fool," and it sounds just like that.
Okay, and Fairyology. Ruby! But no, that's the theory. I heard it somewhere where it was basically the reason why... Oh, hey, we're back with the bunnies. The Punchy
Yay,
Fist bunnies. Is that the reason why, like, you see that, like, the farther the hero goes out is because they're so used to the monsters around where they live that they're basically nothing to them because they know the ins and out of them.
You know what that doesn't explain though?
What?
That doesn't explain like Final Fantasy VIII would be a really good example of a situation where monsters get notably harder as you go in the game. The exact same monster.
Yeah. Admittedly, like, it's not a perfect theory by any length.
But maybe
So
the
where I
ones
would-
that there might be the same creatures, but like they might be different depending on where they live because of different environments. And like, remember I said like natural immunity stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
no, and that I see where you're going with that, and yeah, that does explain where it's the same monster but maybe palette swap and like 5 towns over. That definitely works for that idea.
Roots
What I
of
was
the creature, if they're like a different color, maybe that just represents like there's differences inside. Like this one is more like, because the ones are easier where you live, it's because like you're trained to deal with those and they're trained to be like that, but adapted to different environments, and so they're different for you, and that's life is easier for them in those environments but harder for you.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. That's not what I was talking about at all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What
I'll
I'm
shut up
referring-
now.
That's not what I was saying either. What I was just trying to what I was referring to is like in Final Fantasy VIII, the reason why I suggested this exact example is if you step out of the very first starting place at level 1, you'll be fighting funguars as example that are level 1. If you do a couple things, you go back to that exact same point, that exact same map locus, and wander around for a second, you'll find funguars that if you're not level 5, they're now level 5. You go
Maybe
do a
if-
few.
Maybe you've killed all the weak ones off, and so they get the ones that you've killed, like their genes don't get passed on to the next ones.
Something
So
to
you
the
go like hand
effect of
sanitizer. Leave
so
again.
something to the effect of a form of advanced Darwinian evolution, or accelerated rather in Darwinian evolution.
Yep. Because spawning is faster than reproduction.
Obviously, yeah. But yeah, I mean, something like that I could see as an in that case. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so chatty about this.
No, it's a good thing to talk about.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a good topic. This is very much in our wheelhouse. And if we had viewers, I guarantee they would be 100% enthralled.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, this is potentially messy combat combination.
I got out of it very...
Well, keep in mind there is always manual move as well. You
Yeah.
remember how to manual move, right?
Square and direction.
Yeah, square plus directional allows you to manually physically move around so that you can avoid traps like that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. What was I think I was gonna increase functionality for a lot of people.
Which fair. I mean, functionality is super useful in
'Cause-
multiple ways.
Times 6 to strength, dex, agility, and int, which means makes things a lot more easier for certain things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that increases customize as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which everybody needs customized.
Mm-hmm.
This is bad. Here's the enemy.
It's gonna be reflection.
But yeah, it's an idea, and I will mention there's some holes in it, because This game is one of the ones that kind of has that hole. Because remember, Claude crash land on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And so, technically...
Well, no, Claude didn't crash land. Claude got pulled into this planet by teleporter.
Yeah.
Not the same thing.
But it's similar concept in the factor that technically...
Has no control over his destiny, is stuck here.
Well, also in the factor that he got pulled here, and thus technically the only reason why he was more powerful is because of higher tech level. Also, another shyness lady. But after he lost it, he should he should not have been as strong as he was. But that could be because of the factor that we kind of force leveled him up a bit.
Well, no. I mean, he does maintain a decent power rating comparatively. He doesn't become completely weak and worthless. Ooh, rainbow diamonds.
And right next to it is, I'm guessing, the herb we're going after?
Yep. Claire Sage.
Is there a boss for this, or was there none?
There is, but you have to go way deeper in. And that's not an easy boss.
Especially with how I play, right?
Yeah, you've had some rough moments in this, even in this cave. Not as bad as as some of the other ones, but oh goodness.
Seriously, Opera, stop that!
It was okay.
So let's just stop for now. Because although isn't there like better results for getting certain things?
No, the best you can get is Clara Sage.
Yeah. Okay. But in other news, I've been rereading Triplanetary, which is part of the Lensman series. And all I can say is, God, do I hate 1950, like 1940s, 1950s slang.
Which fair. Also, you for anyone watching at home, well, anyone watching this after the fact, since no one's watching at home right now. Notice how you have the stalactites. With certain spells or killer moves attacks, you can knock those down, which can be both good and bad.
Yeah.
Depending on whether it's you or them that are trapped under it.
I've always hated these guys, because... Jesus. Well, guess what?
Oh,
Wait.
hi, Opera, you're dead.
Yep. Resurrection bottle.
Which, of course, your stuff's not sorted again.
I thought I sorted it, but apparently they put the resurrection bottle someplace else.
We have a full score with this.
Oh my!
Oh, Alpha on 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one where she yells 4.
Five. I'm funny, damn it.
Okay. Let's see, skills. Back to Opera so we can get Perseverance up quite a lot. Okay. Special command that increases experience points by going through combat with lowered abilities.
Yeah, practice. That's the one. If you remember that, Expel and I were debating the other night, or the like, 2 sessions ago, where he was saying it's not really worth it, and I was saying it kind of is though, because the drop that you're suffering ends up at max tier. The drop you're suffering ends up far being outshone by the benefits. So, not saying, just saying, we are getting close to the 2-hour mark, so we're going to probably want to report in and finish up that bit of cutscene that goes with that, and then, or cutscene story time that goes with that, and then save and call it a night.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get out of this cave as fast as possible. Huh.
They look pretty tough. It's gonna be tough. Flame launcher!
Delicious as circus.
I'm going to double check Opera's thing because she is using those more often.
Well, keep in mind, again, these are tougher enemies, and you do see her run in a melee as well.
Yeah.
So if she was actually set to burn all, she would not run in a melee until she was out of mana.
Okay, yeah, I'm just double checking because it's like one of those, wait a minute. Oh, I should probably grab that chest real quick.
I will win!
Probably.
Also, another shyness lady. God, we're just running into them left and right. They really want us to get over our shyness. Oh boy.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is keep in mind for her that for Opera these are even potentially much stronger even than they are for you guys.
Yep.
That's why she keeps dying or nearly so.
Thankfully, Rena is doing a great job at handling that.
Yeah?
Might Chain. What is Might Chain?
Mind Chain increases attack.
What?
That is the low level one, with the Atlas Ring being the much better one, but Atlas Ring also comes with a whole bevy of side effects that you have ways around it.
Yeah.
Until you craft the armor that lets you get around it, it's a bad life choice to put it on. But yeah, Might Chain I would strongly recommend the second you're out of this battle equipping.
We have a full score with this.
Baby rabbit risotto.
Mmm, delicious.
I
Did you know that's my favorite food?
think that's Celine's?
Yep, it is.
I will win! This might be a good
I just happen to have that one memorized. which is why every time I'm watching a cooking show, especially if it's got Gordon Ramsay in it, I end up thinking about this game.
Because he keeps mentioning having a risotto.
The risotto must be perfect.
I think in this, it's rotten, it's frozen.
And Perseverance
This
taken
plane
care
has
of.
so much oil. The United States is trying to invade it. Hashtag edgy memes. Did I break the chat with my edgy memes?
Maybe.
Okay. Remember, patience and effort.
Yeah. Practice. Comprehension. Sweet. I'm also getting danger sense up because, it helps.
Well, I mean, especially if she actually has Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
It only really helps if you have someone with freaking Sixth Sense unlocked.
Okay, I'm gonna rest up at the inn briefly.
No, don't.
Out. Too late.
Dag nabbit.
It's only
Part of the
120.
cutscene is you resting.
It's only 120 full. I was about to say Gil.
You did say Gil.
God, I switched myself halfway through.
Yeah, you said the first, well, 2/3 of the way through. You said
Get-
the first two letters.
And then full. Show it to me.
First two letters.
Here's a dick pic. What's a dick pic?
Show me your moves.
Sonic Boom. Apparently Hay has seen it, but there's because I swear if you do the boss one is the herb that it's like I've never seen this before.
No, at least not last time I played. Then again, last time I played was Second Departure, so it's possible they changed it. But I don't remember, because I've definitely done the Skeledragon, and the herb you get after you defeat the Skeledragon, I'm pretty sure was Clarosage as well.
Wait a second, okay? Goes in. Hey, Keith. Jesus Christ, Bowman, your cousin is seen. And there's Keith.
Is it Keith, though?
It's the assistant.
Yeah.
I like how it's like, I'm not a professor. Where's Keith?
Professor.
Apparently, Keith has such a bad case of indigestion or heartburn that, yeah, Bowman can literally just walk in the door and go like, I need to speak to him now. This is what he gets for, like, drinking on the job.
And here's our professor.
Too important visitors these days. What's that supposed to mean? You've got a pair of assistants who are giant, huge assholes.
Mostly just the one.
Oh, so the palace is just assigning him bullshit text work on these ancient meaningless ancient texts.
Whereas we got something far more interesting.
Bowman playing the middle ground.
Cross cave.
It's like, dude, calm down.
Yeah, calm your tits. He didn't know. He didn't even know you were there. So, how's about no?
And Keith is like, wait a minute. We're talking like discovery of the century here, and my assistants were being asses?
Yeah. This could be the discovery that puts the name Keith Klassner on the map. This could be the ultimate watershed discovery. And they were refusing you? Biggs, Wedge, you're both fired.
I like how it's like some jaded bureaucrat.
I love how it's now my headcanon is that they're this world's version of Biggs and Wedge since Phoenix is a thing.
I feel Biggs and Wedge would be a little bit more intelligent.
You've played 6, right?
I will admit, as 6's Biggs and Wedge were just cannon fodder.
or for that matter, you've played 8, right? 8?
I forgot what Biggs and Wedge was in. I thought.
I mean, technically, you've played 7, right? Because they weren't exactly shining, stellar members of humanity there either. They just happened to be on the good guy side in that one.
They were, and I feel Biggs and Wedge were at least. And that's when we also got Jesse as part of the team.
Yeah.
And they were somewhat competent. They didn't die.
They were barely competent. They were functionally competent, and that's stretching it. They weren't in 9, right? I don't remember them in 9.
I haven't played all the way through 9, so I can't say yet. No, they were part of the troop.
Biggs and Wedge?
That, or they were...
Marcus and Senna.
Or I thought that they're either part of the troop, or they are part of the Knights.
Not if they're using the names Biggs and Wedge, they're not. Because that was like Doljaban, Malakaiden. I do not remember all 12 names. No, I'm convinced Biggs and Wedge. I don't think Biggs and Wedge were in 9. Biggs and Wedge haven't been in every game, but they've been in most of them.
Yeah. I were the 10? I don't think they were in 10, but I think they showed up in 10 too.
I don't remember them in 10 either. You know what? I'm pulling up the FF Wiki.
Yeah.
They were edited back into the first one in Dawn of Souls and the 20th anniversary remakes.
Yeah, they were
auto named.
Mm-hmm.
They were in 4 After Years, or no, they were technically in 4. They were in the background of 4.
Yeah, because they were the assistants to Sid in 4.
Red Wing soldiers who die protecting Prince Theodore.
Yeah.
7, of course. 8, of course. Oh, they were in 10.
I don't
guard the Blitzball Stadium in Luca.
Okay.
And can be recreated for the player's Blitzball team or considered upper tier players. And then 10-2, they are part of the Gold Wings Blitzball team.
Yeah. Okay. And 12.
Oh, that's dirty.
What?
That's dirty. 12, Gibbs and Doeg.
Oh.
Oh, that's dirty.
They basically reversed the letters.
Yeah. 13, they were an Easter egg-ish. The shop B&W Outfitters in the retail network refers to Biggs and Wedge. The logo spells out B&W as a reference to the Englishman's mistranslation of Biggs to Vicks in 6.
Uh, uh,
And then they're in 13 in Lightning Returns 13 as well.
and we both know them from 14.
Of course, we both know them in 14, and of course they're in 15.
Trying to remember where they're found. Aren't they the hands for the garage? Or am I missing?
In 15?
In 15, yeah.
No, they end up being Arenea's essentially sidekicks.
Oh, right. So it's been a while. I need to replay 15.
And then apparently they were actually used in Tactics as well.
Weren't they like part of the NPC group that you couldn't control?
Biggs was a programmed NPC enemy in the very first introduction battle.
Mm-hmm.
The one when you first jump in as Getharian's lackey.
Yeah.
And Wedge and can be encountered as a random encounter battle ally only after the player has explored or gained control of much of the world map, around 75% story progress.
Okay.
And then in Tactics Advanced, their names are used as random names for character units.
Jesus Christ, Bowman. You're only 27.
But I would say of all of them, the most hapless are probably in 8.
And technically we don't have to take Bowman with us.
You don't have to, but you certainly can.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, is Bowman... No. Technically there's only 2 proper healers in the group, but I thought Bowman had...
Bowman is a melee.
Yeah.
Bowman's a melee character with some fun little status / control type stuff.
Yeah. And
so basically from this point we have Ernest we're definitely giving a spot to. So we have 3 wild cards. Hey Dex, technically you also have, if we were to take the naturalist, the naturalist is also a healer, though not as good of one as Reyna.
yeah.
So yeah, we've got 3 wild cards, or we've got 3 wild card spots for 4 potential characters. No, no, because you also have what is his name?
Leon?
Huh? No, not Leon. I know Leon. No. To Dex's question, who? I cannot remember the naturalist's name. The dude that lives in the preserve, the plot redacted reserve, that you encounter in about 10 more hours of game after plot redacted.
Disc 2.
Yes. Early disc 2, when you're learning to travel around plot redacted. I really wish I could remember his name, because I wouldn't redact that part if I could remember his name.
Yeah.
I rarely even take him, because I always take Chisato. So you have 2 wildcard spots, because if whether or not we take it, Bowman would count towards one of those 2, because we are guaranteed we're going to get the husband, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We're planning on that, and we have to take Leon. Yes, Noel. I'm not sure that's accurate, because I do recall having him set to automatically heal. I mean, granted, that's been a long time, but I swear that he was able to do manual healing. Or automatic healing, sorry. Yeah, his strategy setup is offensive, but he still will heal. He's not as. That's why I was saying he's not as good as Reina. He does not prioritize heals the way she does, but he can be.
And that's the thing is that everything I've read has stated that he's the only other character with heal spells.
Yeah. So really, sorry, going back to what I was going to say. So we're definitely taking Ernest. We're definitely taking Leon. So we have 6 characters. So that gives us 2 wildcard spots. We have Bowman. We have Chisato. And we have Noel.
I'll be
One
honest.
of those 3 we cannot take. Period.
I'll be honest. I don't feel. I don't really like Bowman, even though he's probably a good opera
Okay.
healer.
So that is. I think that Dex was being sarcastic.
Yeah. Okay.
But because I don't recall Opera having a KM that does any healing, so I'm pretty sure it's sarcasm.
Yeah.
At least if it had been Claude's a better healer, I could say, oh, because of energy sword, which still accurate though. At least it's self healer. But no. So if you don't want to take Bowman, we can leave Bowman and take we can get Chisato and Noel when we get to plot redacted.
Yeah. I feel like I'd rather have Chisato and Noel, because technically we by getting Ernest and Opera, that's 2 heavy hitters, and another spellcaster, and then technically another healer. But apparently, Opera does have a heal.
Oh, wine upgrade. The one path I never go. That's right. Okay. Nope. Fair enough. I can see where you're going with this.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not going to go with Bowman.
All right. Have Bowman stay behind with Linnea, and we'll pick up 2 people when we get to plot redacted.
Yep. I know this kind of hampers me down for a bit, but I'm perfectly fine with that.
Not really, because you can't have more than 4 in your battle party anyways.
Mm-hmm. Plus the factor that I kind of like Bowman, and he needs to be with his wife. I'll just say it as that.
Never thought I'd hear a lecture from someone younger than me.
Because if we went with Praesis, she joins. You're not given a choice.
Which, I mean, again, in fairness, if we had taken Ashton, I would be like, we have to get Praesis.
Yeah.
But since we don't have Ashton, I feel like Praesis would be a complete waste. Because her ultimate attack is completely locked to her.
But, yeah, we kind of had a late start, and we're going to be ending a little bit later.
Yeah, a bit later compared to where we normally would be, but still.
Yeah.
We definitely got some good game time in. We actually went over the 2-hour mark, which is always good.
Mm-hmm.
It's liberating going over that 2-hour mark. I might just stream for 3 hours tomorrow, 3.5. Just go completely crazy.
You're too wild.
You're crazy, man.
I know. I can't control myself. Yeah. Maybe I'll stream for 4 hours. What do you think of that?
I think you're bullshit.
Actually, I have. I've definitely done that before. Back when I was trying to do Final Fantasy 11 streams, there were a couple times when I streamed for like 5.5 hours, and I'm just like, okay, Cool.
Oh, hey, we should go see the King of Liqueur and get some, pick up some equipment
Yep.
and update it.
Of course, you know, it's getting more complicated. Things are slowly but surely starting to come to a head on the Kirk.
Yep. So we're just gonna pop out the front gate and save. But thanks for joining us. I know we're actually progressing the plot, and uh, the farther I get, the less I'm inclined to continue trying to grind.
Progress the plot? What? What craziness is this?
Hehehe.
Blasphemer.
But originally I was planning on doing Okami just to break things up a little bit. But yeah, things didn't work out the way they planned.
Not that that's a bad thing because Star Ocean 2 is an amazing game, so.
Anyway, you're streaming tomorrow, right, Michael?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be streaming, continuing Star Ocean, A New Hope, The Last Hope.
Yep. We're also Eddie's moved most of our streaming to Saturday night, which it's going to be longer, so 2020. It's a lot better than one LP that I found of Final Fantasy 13, which actually took, I think, 6 years. But that's because the guys recording it were doing it, lived in different provinces in England. And in order to finish the game, they literally just basically rented a trailer and then knocked it out in a weekend.
That is kind of odd.
It's one of those LPs.
One of those where they were both in the same room all the time, every time.
They basically only recorded when all of them were together, but you know how real life interrupts stuff.
Oh, I do. I'm well aware of that.
So.
If we were to do something like that, this stream simply wouldn't even exist.
It would have a lot of problems because the Saturday night stream is that. It's just me, Eddie, and occasionally Justin and or Mackenzie or / and both. And we're sitting there streaming in the same room. But half the time it's Eddie that's the problem. Otherwise,
Eddie's always the problem, but that's beside the point. Anyways,
in this case, tune in tomorrow in the afternoon for Michael, in the evening for Eddie. Check out the Facebooks, Twitters, Twitches, Instagrams.
All the usual lovely social media type places.
Yep. And until then, I hope everybody has a great night.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Stand that up.